I just had an interaction in my live concerning a reading that was paid for by an individual whom I refunded, and I have proof. But let's sit down and talk about it. Now, once the live is done uploading, I will go and post the entire interaction. And a big thank you to the people in my live, my repeat clients, my people that know me and know how I operate. So I am a third generational tarot reader. I also do spell work. I am connected to the divine. I'm a medium. I have a lot of spiritual gifts. I've been on here for 6 years doing my readings. And not to toot my own horn, but I have the following and the loyalty of clients that I do, the repeat clients, because my accuracy is just that, accurate. My readings, my workings, high success rate, okay? It is what it is. Now, this individual was in my live and got a live reading, which I price very, very low. And they are short-term readings. It's just a couple cards. Okay, if you want something longer or more in depth, then you know you have to book with me on my site. I know my worth. I know my price point. However, I like to go live. I like to interact with my following, new followers, meet new people. And I like to give people a little bit of clarity or confirmation when they need it. Also, when I'm on live, okay, sometimes sidebars occur. I try to not ignore everybody. Some people come in, they ask questions, and I was having a conversation pertaining to my personal life, sidebar. But initially, when I gave the reading, I pulled the cards came out. I said what my discerning point of view was, what the message from spirit was, and then I went back to the sidebar. Didn't hear anything from the girl. When I give you the message, that's the message. It's short and sweet and right to the point. So then she seemed to be confused, as if I was still talking to her. And I said, yeah, I gave you the message. That's the message. Like, I'm not going to do some big elaborate spread here. You know, this is a short form reading, blase, blase. She then went and said that, oh, I didn't know because you're having all this other conversation, da-da-da-da-da. And so I then repeated the message for her, gave it to her again. There was nothing left to say. And then she continued to try to insult me and told me to focus and da-da-da-da-da-da. Listen, my time, my energy is not free. I gave you what you paid for, and that's that. There was no more of the message for me to give. It's also not that serious. Like, if you want my undivided attention and you want your questions answered and some deeper divination done, then you need to book that with me. And then I let her stay in the live, okay? Let her keep talking her shit. And it's funny because I refunded her immediately when she seemed dissatisfied. She's not the one that asked for the refund. When she seemed dissatisfied to my, again, explaining her reading, I immediately paused my live and refunded her the money. So she got a reading for free and insulted me. If she goes on to talk about me, I have the entire live recorded. I don't care, okay? I have my followers. I have my reputation that absolutely precedes me. But don't come in to a spiritualist live and get what you paid for and even get a refund and then continue to throw shade or be disrespectful. I'm not sure what bottle of audacity she drank out of this morning, but bye, girl. You're welcome for the free message and for more of my energy than you ever deserved. Blessed be.